Hey, what's up everybody? MashCorp's here with another video mock review. This time of Ringleader. Oh man, this guy has been in my story for so long, but I've never posted him. I had an original version that I thought was actually really cool. He was made out of two Rockshi bodies put face to face next to each other, and that made the torso, and I thought that was a really cool design. I actually ended up making two mocks with it. He was one of them with that design. And yeah, he's such a, in my opinion, such a cool, such a unique character, but I've never posted him because by the time I felt comfortable posting him, like before I had established him enough on stuff on YouTube, on mock pages, I had taken him apart because I was at a higher level of mocking at that point, and I wanted to upgrade him. And then I didn't upgrade him for like 2 years, and then I finally did. You'll actually notice in my video for Toa Psycho, the Toa of Water that I made, he's in the thumbnail. That's its arm reaching over her head. And that's one of my most viewed videos, and I can only think it's because they're like, oh, what is that hand? This is what that hand was, eventually, although it no longer has those spikes. So yeah, the story behind this guy is that he is an immortal being of sorts. However, he accomplishes that by devouring everything. He eats, like, he eats other Toa, he eats a landscape, he just eats everything. And he survives on that. His design, which is why I think he's so cool, is that he's a snake. He's a businessman snake. He originally had a slight circus turn to him, which I've kind of eradicated at this point. But that's why he has the top hat and why he's called Ringleader. Although I guess the top hat still applies to this sort of businessman sense. But I think it's cool. The concept is he's wearing a suit. He's wearing a brown suit with a green. Okay, in the original version, he was a guy wearing a brown suit, a green shirt, and he had silver skin, and he was like a snake. As you can tell, he still has the silver skin, he still has the brown suit, no longer has the green shirt, and instead I've incorporated a lot more black into his color scheme, because in the original version, he also had a nightmare or a demon form. Demon's probably a better term, because this guy's got the nightmare form under control. But he had this demon form where he'd grow these big black wings, and he'd grow these black tendrils out of his chest. So I kept two of the tendrils and then just incorporated black more to his color scheme. A lot of people say black and brown doesn't really work. I actually think it looks really good here, especially with the gray, but maybe that's just me, because I really like this mock and this character. You can read more about him on the mock pages, posts that he's mentioned in. If you just like Control F Ringleader, you'll find a couple. So let's get in the mock. Starting from the legs, they're the first things I built on this guy, and I like them. They use a Metru body, as you can tell. I had two brown Metru bodies. I actually want to replace one because you can see there's a crack. Can you see that? Man, I'm sorry for my lighting. The crack, there's a crack in the back of that one. So I'd like to replace that one, except I kind of screwed over one of them. I'll probably never explain. It's hard to explain. But essentially, I got a piece stuck in there that I can never get out. And it's not a piece that's already in it. So, anyways. And then you can see I've got some Skrull armor on the front there for the knee guards. There's the black chest there, and then, yep, there's tires. If you take the tires off, which actually I can do. No, wait, can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, the tires off. You can see his leg tapers down to a really skinny point, which could look cool on some mocks, but I think for this guy, I wanted to keep it kind of larger because it is supposed to be a suit of sorts, so it kind of has that pant flare that you see in a lot of poorly fitting, to be fair, suits. But I had these giant tires, and I thought that'd be a good use of it. use of them. Oh man, because yep, it's gonna go back on. I thought it wasn't for a second. And then just Metru feet. That's boring. The upper leg it's a Vizrak foot. Just again, super simple design. Super simple. You can see his knees are actually here. If I'll take this off so I can give you guys a better look. See his knee. Man, lighting. You're just not my friend today. Yeah, you can see his knee is actually this like friction joint with a cylinder thingy piece and then a hand. Very solid. I could just put a Glatorian neck there, but this guy's kind of heavy, so I wanted to make him more sturdy. The waist is just it's just a Hordika, Vizrak waist with a basic Hordika neck in there and then a Mata foot at the front. Mata foot's a bit big maybe, but it kind of evens out with the size of the chest. So kind of, yeah, you can't really tell. It looks, from my angle, like trying to get it across on the camera, it looks normal-ish. Speaking of the chest and the body's really, really cool. It's a really complex design. It's got a lot of like lift arms and stuff in there. But it's also, let's see if it'll stand. You can sometimes be kind of hard to stand because his ankle mobility is very low because of the tires and also just because of the way it's built in there. But you can see how complex it is in there. But it's a really cool look because it's very like slimming. You can see the handpiece sort of slopes down and creates this shape along with the Pohatu mask in the front. Thank you for remembering. Which is, I also think is really cool. It's this upside down Pohatu mask. And there's another reason why I really like that is because this guy is one of the main villains and sort of a antithesis to any of my heroes, which my self-mock is, of course. So I think having my self-mock's mask flipped around and put upside down on his chest is kind of a cool metaphor. And it's just it creates a cool piece. Then now the front of his chest, you can see I've got one of those like weird, I'm not going to take it apart because it's a pain, but I got one of those weird Hero Factory pieces in there with all the ball joints and then just some Hero Factory limbs that come out and make these chest tendrils. I kind of wish they were removable, but at the same time, they look so good that I'm okay with it. I'm okay sacrificing the removability for the look of it. In the back here, you just have a Metru shoulder piece, which again adds to that slimming look. You can see how it almost perfectly kind of goes along with the hands that slope in. And they also create this really cool symmetry between the shoulders and the back. Speaking of the shoulders, one of the cool things I did here is he has this inner shoulder mobility. He has 2 levels. I'm actually going to tear one of his arms off. There we go. One of them comes off all the time, and I don't remember which one it is. So, yeah. So, here's the arm. Man, lighting. What's up? It's just a Metru shoulder piece, and then I've got it on a Hero Factory limb, as you can see in there, and the only reason it doesn't flop around like crazy is because this Hero Factory armor piece is frictioning it in place. As a cool effect, though, it does move, and as a cool effect, this is one time a moving thing on my MOC is meant to move. When you lift his shoulder up straight like that, if you straighten that out, this actually moves, and then you can straighten it back out. So it flows, which is really cool. I remember when I did that, it reminded me, I won't say it's inspired by, maybe subconsciously, but it reminded me of a SH figure art that I can't remember the name of at this moment, that had a shoulder piece that moved really organically with the arm. Lower arm is also a really, really cool design. So, as you can see, it's got a Vizrak foot on a Metru, man, the lighting, I don't know. A Vizrak foot on a Metru Metru foot, yeah, which is a cool look. I could switch this and make this brown, make this black, and I think that might look better, but I don't have those pieces really readily available to swap. They are in this guy, technically, but I like where the brown and the black is on him already in all the other places, so yeah, the designs here, let me sort of tear it apart real quick. So that's how the hand is connected. You can see it's connected through the Metru foot there. And then that's connected to this, like that. And altogether, it makes this really cool slimming effect. Kind of has a collar, I think is the right term, collar here, and then you can see the gray of his skin on the inside, which I think is cool. The fingers are something I want to bring up, because I don't usually do this with my fingers. I don't usually put the fingers on the inside. I usually put them on the outside, and I don't have a MOC nearby to explain that. But I did on this one because I think it looks better, and also because he'd be running into this Fizrac foot if I didn't. So, yeah. That's why I did that. Plugging it back in. The head. The head is something that... Oh, not that much. Hold on. I can't tear... Well, yeah, I can. Never mind. Head is something I've had since the first version. It's just a silver... what are these guys called? I don't remember. I'm so bad at remembering names at this point, but Rockshi. There we go. Silver Rockshi head that I got off of that one person from the Hordiga line, or was it the Metru line? I don't remember. And then it's got a blue piece in there. I wanted to actually put a green one in there because he used to, have a green shirt, and I wanted to put that somewhere on the MOC. It's gonna give him a green heart light and green eyes, but I couldn't find a translucent green one of the handpiece, which I swear they exist, but I couldn't find one. So it's silver, and then he's got a little hat. This is just a cool design. I had a bunch of these, so I just stacked them up and then put on this. I could make this like a piece that was more streamlined, but I do kind of like the gear, like the sharpness of it. It's not actually sharp, but because Lego pieces aren't generally sharp. But I like the sharpness because it kind of suits its character. And then I've kind of done away with him, but he did have a couple accessories. He had a cane that was sort of like a sword, and then he also had these shields that can connect to his arms. And the connection points for those shields are still there, but I don't really use them for those shields anymore. So that's Ringleader. He's story-wise, one of my favorite MOCs. Design-wise, one of my favorite MOCs. Concept, he's just overall a really fun, really cool character in my mind. And I'm glad I was finally able to post him somewhere and finally get him out there, because I think a lot of people who are familiar with this character really want to know what he looks like, and I hope people are satisfied. I definitely am. He's in a lot of points is pretty simple as a MOC, but I think his design really shines through overall, both aesthetically and conceptually. I'd like to see someone, a lot of people do like drawings, like physical drawings of their MOCs, and I don't really do that because I'm not the best artist, but I'd like to see someone do like an artistic interpretation of this guy, because I want to see how that like black blends with the suit concept and the snake thing. Like, that's obviously not like, if you're an artist, you do this, like not demanding it, but it'd just be cool. It'd be cool. So yeah, hope you like this guy, and I will see you guys next time.